Hello, people. Sorry, I'm gonna fix this camera there. Hello, people of YouTube. This is my channel. Uh, Tonight, I'm going to be sharing my testimony with you. It's not going to be, sugar coated. I'm going to do my best not to cuss, which is kind of really hard. I hope that, not that I hope, I know that it's going to reach out to the right people. I know that it's going to, you know, help encourage people to start following Jesus. It makes all the difference. So let's start with approximately sometime in September of 1994, I was conceived. I'm just kidding. I'm just totally kidding. Yeah, so I was born in 95. I'm 30 years old. I had a really great, upbringing in my life, though some stuff was happening behind the scenes, and I never let it really. I was affecting me whenever I was younger. So basically, when I was 4 years old, I started being molested, and yeah, that went on for a long time. I was molested by my cousin. Kind of sucks. To me, it really ruined. It just taints. It's to be sexualized as a child, really just kind of corrupts a person early. It's pretty brutal. But I've had an incredible life regardless, and so that's what was going on. I unfortunately was raped by my cousin whenever I was 12. That really effed me up a lot. And when I was younger, shortly after that, and during that time, my parents were going through a divorce. They were getting divorced, so that kind of messed me up. But at that time, I kind of really rejected God. I was very, very dark and stuff like that. And in my early teenage years, from when I was 12 to about 16, maybe 17, honestly, till about 17, I was totally anti-religion, screaming obscenities, because I was really hurt. I thought, like, well, why would this happen? I'm born into a beautiful Christian family who I adore and treasure no matter what, and so I was rejecting God all the time. I didn't understand why it would happen. Why did that have to happen? I eventually came closer to Jesus. Got back on the Jesus board when I was 17, and my life has not been the same since. It's not like reconnecting with God has just all around changed everything. So I was 17, went through a kind of hard teenage years. I was taken away from my family by the state, and I was institutionalized all over the place. I even went to the same place that Paris Hilton was abused at over there in Utah, and that was no fun. That was really bad. What they put me through there. They were really abusive. Absolutely, they would slam us down and shove needles full of narcotics into our buttocks, which was not nice. Honestly, I am terrified of needles. I can't stand it. Can't do it. Mm-mm. Okay, so that's that. I came back. I graduated high school. I was doing good, and unfortunately, drugs were indicated into my life, and I was using on and off for like a little over 6 years, like on and off for about 6 years of my life. Been clean. I've been sober now for about a couple years now. That was not fun. That was really up and down and all over the place and kind of terrible. But getting back to God, it was what really changed everything. And even like through my drug use, I was always still seeking God. I knew it was wrong. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. It was really big confliction that I was, living with. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like no matter what, I never lost focus on my faith, and I know that that's what has, dragged me through it, or pulled me through it, So I encourage everybody to start following Jesus. It will do incredible things in your life. You won't believe how good life can really be, and I know this. I mean, I know this. It's not something you just go around saying. It's when you truly find that kind of that love and that unexplainable love. It's everything. It's everything that we need, and right now more than ever we need to focus on the sky, because from a believer's standpoint, is with the way that everything's unfolding, is Jesus Christ is coming back pretty soon. Pretty soon. I believe so. And I mean, even if it doesn't happen in my lifetime, I know that because I choose Jesus, because I choose to love God, to try to be as decent of a person as I can be, I know that I'm gonna make it. I feel this unbelievable, connection to the heavenly realm. I do. I really, really do. And it's undeniable that the heavenly realm is more than anything that could be explained, but it's there. It's literally there. There was this one time, I was coming down off drugs at the time, but I was laying down, and out of nowhere, I could hear this symphony, this magnificent symphony, but it was just like, it was just like, I heard this, and I sat up, and I could still hear it, and I was like, what's going on? Like, is that really real? Like, that's really real that I'm hearing this. And it was so warming. It wasn't like, an orchestra down here with like deep trumpets and stuff like that. It was like something else. It was unexplainable. I really don't know. It was really a good experience. And so, yeah, I mean, life is tough, and life is, hard on a lot of people, but it's what we choose to do with ourselves, is how we choose to truly overcome and overpower the evil around us, because we can. We have that capability. Our Creator designed us to speak against evil and to uplift one another and be a treasure and be a light in this world, and we can all do that. Like, we are capable of overcoming anything. We are human beings. We're capable of being champions in Christ, and I just really want that for anybody and everybody all the time. It's just a lot easier to realize that Christ did everything for us. You got to believe, and it'll move mountains. It'll demolish any barrier in your way of any kind. Like, I thought I was forever gonna be, mentally screwed up, and then it's like, wait a minute, maybe I'm not mentally screwed up. Maybe I'm okay. And then, like, all of a sudden, I'm not saying I'm completely normal, but I feel pretty freaking normal. It's nice. And so it's, yeah, I mean, I struggled with, I guess it's some sort of mental illness, but it's all gone. It's just gone, completely gone. And it's like, I feel so much more sane and set in the right direction. I feel like my mindset is where it truly needs to be. I wouldn't change it, because it's more than anything that could be offered in this world. Just seek Jesus Christ, and your life can really turn around. I mean, like I said, it sucks being sexually abused. It could have effed me up for the rest of my life. I could have been an awful piece of crap person. But I just chose not to let that affect me, not to let it determine my outcome, not let it determine anything, you know. So you can get through it. It sucks. It's hard. It's brutal. It's awful, and especially any child does not deserve that at all. So I hope that people do come forward if things are happening to them, that they speak up about it. Because I knew it was wrong whenever I was 4 years old. I first started to disassociate. I was disassociated. I was completely astral projecting out of my body. I was watching what was happening to me, and I knew it was something wrong. And I mean, I can't forget that. I mean, my earliest memories are a little bit younger. Believe it or not, I was a little bit younger, but that's like probably my most distinct memory as a young infant. I mean, I completely remember everything. It was like, I knew what was happening to me was so wrong that I took my astral soul out of my body. And I don't recommend that, by the way. This is not like condoning stuff. Also, whenever I was a young adult, because we'll get back to that. Yeah. So I also was starting to do witchcraft, and I didn't like think of it as witchcraft. I just thought of it as, okay, I'm gonna burn these ingredients, and I'm gonna pray for positivity to go across the world, and I'm gonna pray for protection, and I'm gonna pray for this. Little did I know, I got involved with witchcraft, full-blown witchcraft. I mean, I would read a spell, and it would happen. I would transform into mythical creatures. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't understand it, and then one day I realized that, or like I don't know. I woke up, and it was like Jesus told me, "Hey, you gotta stop what you're doing." like God and like Jesus kind of directly spoke to me about it, and was like, "Hey, you gotta stop what you're doing." We're like, because I was doing it also for psychic capabilities and stuff like that. So God was like, "Hey, I'll give you all the intuition you need, visions, foresight, everything. I'll give you that. And so after that, it was like, oh, cool. Wait, I didn't need to do any of that. And come to find out, like I said, it was full-blown witchcraft. And so I encourage anyone that if you think, oh, it's just a little bit of Wicca, it's not just a little bit of Wicca. It's evil. You're condoning to the evil beings of the mystical realm, which is demonic. It's demonic. It's all evil. I promise you. It's all evil. Wicca's a lie from Satan. Like, plain and simple. Wicca is a bold-faced lie. You think you're just gonna do good things and be a philanthropist or whatever, but no, it's bad. So I encourage people not to do that. I encourage people to try to find a good church when you can go. Definitely read your Bible as much as you can when you can. Like, I haven't read my Bible in a little while, to be honest. I've been kind of slacking, not really, but I don't know. I really hope that this message does reach the right people, and it's not the world isn't, life isn't so terrible if you really want to know the truth. Is life is hard. It's really dark and hard sometimes, but keeping your faith will get you through absolutely anything. I mean, the things that I know that I've seen in my own, in other people's lives and things like that is amazing. It's just, there's no denying that Christ is the way, man. Christ is please excuse me. Christ is King, and it's more than, I can't fully explain it, man. I know that what God has done in my life is unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable things. and I know that I'm still here for reasons and purposes. I know that a lot of people don't like some of people probably will not like a lot of things that I say on my channel. I could care less. I'm just an opinionated person. I want to share my opinions. I want to speak out against any evil from any place, Israel included. I know that that's going to raise the hairs on everybody. Well, not everybody, but evil. You got to speak against it. Like what Israel has done and is doing, aka protecting this whole Epstein crap. That's evil. That is wrong. Very, very, very wrong. And people need to speak up about it. And we are kind of really irritated with it, But ultimately, I do feel that our president, Trump, I absolutely voted for. I believe that his heart is in the right place and that he does want to make America, for the greater good. Will he do things that we don't like? Sure. People do things that people don't like all the time. We can't change that. With that part, we cannot change. But in the grand scheme of things and in the bigger picture, I do believe that his heart is in the right place. But not to get too far into that, I know that's well, so your testimony, but yeah, I am speaking about the awful, evil things in the world. Like, honestly, like I really wish I could do something about this children and human trafficking stuff, because it's awful. I could not imagine that kind of life. I'm very fortunate that through my drug use, I never went to like prostitution and stuff like that, and I never did that. I value myself much more than that. I didn't allow that to happen to me, which is says a lot. But okay, I think I'm going to stop my video. So everybody have a beautiful, blessed evening, wonderful time, and Jesus truly loves you. Truly loves you, like way more than anything in this world could ever give you. So Christ is King. Bye.